All right. So, Othmane, last time again, we dealt with a lesson about writing. Okay, it was about how to structure a paragraph, how to write a paragraph in English. And
Yes.
during that lesson, we learned basically three, basic parts that any paragraph in English should consist of. Let's do a very quick revision of what we have seen so as not to forget about that, and then move on, inshallah, to continue our course regarding the prefix. Okay, so what does a paragraph consist of, uh, Othman? Yes, what are the basic elements or parts of structure of a paragraph?
Um, uh, I don't remind the first, but it have a body and then
Mm-hmm. Right.
and then
How many parts are there?
three.
Okay, there are three parts, right? So there is the, what we call at the very beginning of the, in the, basically in the first line of the paragraph, there is what we call topic sentence, right? So
Yeah,
what is the
topic
topic
sentence
sentence about? TS. What's the topic sentence about?
is a sentence. The sentence what we know. Who uh, you use it to start your text.
Uh-huh. And basically to start our paragraph and to introduce the topic that we're going to talk about in that paragraph. Okay, so it summarizes or it introduces the general idea of what we are going to discuss in the paragraph. And then we have the second part
Yeah.
or the second type of sentences. What's the second type of sentences that we have? And it covers the larger part.
Body,
That's the body of the
the
paragraph. Very
body.
good. Yes. Okay. So what is it about? It's about something that we call basically sporting sentences. So what do we include in that, in this part of the paragraph?
You explain the idea who
We
who
explain
started in
mhm, in
this
the
kind.
topics that we introduced, right? Yes.
Yeah,
It's exactly very good. Yeah, we go into the details or into the sporting argument or ideas and examples that we need to provide in order to back up, let's see, the topic sentence. Very good. Yes. Okay. And here there are some linking words that we use. Can you give us some examples of those linking words? Some of the linking words that we mostly use in order to transit from one idea to another.
so
Okay.
but
All right, yeah, these are different, yeah. So, but if you'd like to give an example, we may use, for example, for instance, or such as, and so on. And for, I'm asking basically about the chronological linking words, right? Linking words that, shows the step or the the numbers, the elements that list the elements that we are discussing or the ideas we're discussing. So we may use here first, right? And then a comma, we introduce the first element or the first argument, and then second, and then third until we finish, and then we say last, guys, or finally, and so on. Good. Okay, so these are in a way what we call supporting sentences. That's the body of it, or the core body, let's see, of the paragraph in English. What about the last part?
and then and then or
Hmm?
conclude concluding
Oh, yeah, that's,
sentence.
oh, exactly. Very good. That's the concluding sentence, right? Sorry, can you hear me very well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure, guys, which microphone is working. Maybe it's the mic.
Now I
Okay, so I didn't plug in the external microphone, right? Okay, so I'm going to change the mic. Hello, yes. So, right. Hello. Right now,
hello.
this is the external microphone right now. Yes. Very good. Okay. These are the basic elements, let's say, of a paragraph in English. Okay, so that's it, Grace. So that's the concluding sentence. Should be brief, should be short. It should summarize again the main ideas, the key ideas that we discussed in the body, right? So it's gonna be just quite similar to the introductory sentence, right? That we write at the beginning. Okay, now let's go back to link it to the prefixes, great. We started maybe our first session, right? That we, yes, we did only maybe, great, just one session, right, about linking words, and then we stopped at an exercise that we need to practice, right, to do for practice. Well, just for revision, I give you a word or an adjective, and then you add the appropriate prefix to indicate the opposite, right? So let's start with it just for revision. We have, if we started with the word safe, what do you think is the opposite for the adjective here, safe?
Safe.
Yeah, safe. What do you
I
think?
don't know what he mean.
You don't know what it means. You don't remember, guys, because we have already did this, guys. Okay, so we have already
You don't do adjective. We don't do it.
prefixes.
No.
Oh my gosh, right. We didn't talk about prefixes last time. I mean,
No. We talk about reduction.
what is it?
How to write a paragraph.
Yeah, sure. But the session before that, right? Session before
You
that, we
you do reading.
reading.
Yeah.
All
For a
right.
story about a boy
Okay.
who like sport and
I have another student.
football.
I work, I work on the same course with another student, right? Well, do you remember this?
No, you don't do that.
Okay, good. Okay, so we need to start from the very beginning. So it was Ryan, another student. I'm going to have him just after this session. So give me just 1 second to open the document, the new document, right? As it is without any addition, right? So that's it, right? Fixes, right? All right, there we go. Now, okay, so to introduce the meaning of prefixes of today's lesson, let me give you, right, a very simple question here, right? I give you a word, excuse me. I give you a word and I want you to make or to derive as many words as possible based on the word I'm going to give you. Yes. So if we take here the word rise, it's a very simple one. Yes, right, rise. What are the words that you can make based on this root?
Writing.
Very good, right? Yeah, right. So we can talk about writing. Good job. Nice. Again, writing and what do you call the person you know who does the action?
Wrote.
The person, I'm talking about the person who does the action.
Ah, writer.
Writer, very good. Okay. So mostly in English, verbs or the person who does the action is mostly derived from the verb by adding er. We add er to any verb and then we come up with the person who does the action or with the doer, right? But if we have already e, so we add only r, right? Okay. So we say a writer, I mean the author, or maybe someone, right, who writes anyway. Any more word? We can say also written, right? This letter is written. The letter is written. الرسالة مكتوبة. اسم المفعول, right? Written. Good. Yeah, what do you think else, guys? Of course, in the past, we are going to say rows, great, and so on. But again, we also can say writable. Okay, writable, right? That's also possible, right? Okay, so these are different, words that we can derive only from one word, right? Okay, as we have in Arabic, كتب مكتب كاتب مكتبة مكاتب, right? Okay, so all these are different, right? Words based on one root or one verb. Now, this has to do with something that we call word formation. شيء كامل عنده علاقة بما يسمى تشكيل الكلمات أو تشكيل المعجم. Right? And part of word formation are the prefixes, right? جزء من هذه العملية ديال تشكيل الكلمات، واحد العملية اللي كتخلينا أننا نقوم right, to generate توليد يعني كلمات, to generate as more words as possible, are the prefixes, right? Prefixes are words that letters, not words, but letters, few letters, maybe one, maybe two, right? That we add before the word, which can be a verb, it can be, right, an adjective, in order to come up with another word, right? باش نحصلوا على كلمة أخرى, right? As we see here, happy, happy. So we got here you, and this is a prefix, right? We see pre because the letters are added before. We say, right, write, rewrite, rewrite. That means what? That means what, Uthman, when I say rewrite this report again?
Write for another time.
Oh yes, guys. Okay, write it another time, right? Write it again, right? So these are letters, right, that we add before. These are prefixes. We add them before, let's say, the word. The purpose is not always to come up with the opposite, right? الهدف ماشي ديما البريفكس كيدل على العكس، على لو كونترير. سي با توجور. كيما عطينا مثال هنا فوالا, it's another sense. هذا معنى آخر، ليس بالضرورة ضد كتب يكتب, right? Okay, it's not the same, right? It's not necessarily the opposite. Well, let us move on right now to the course. So this is another course about prefixes. You're going to learn a lot of words, and a very important technique to generate and learn more words and come up with your own words, right? You can use these prefixes. تعرفوا على مجموعة prefixes اللي ممكن تستعمل نتايا باش تنتج نتايا to create words، باش تنتج نتايا كلمات, right? Okay, based on what? On these prefixes. So that's it, guys. So there are some remarks regarding prefixes, guys. There is no specific rules. ليس هنالك قواعد مضطردة, right? On what prefix to add before what word, which word, right? يعني ما كاينش شي قاعدة مضطردة اللي تقول لنا شنو بالضبط غنضيفوا اش من prefix غنضيفوا قبل هذه الكلمة, right? But these are things that we need just to learn through practice and exposure. هذه مسائل نتعلمها من خلال الممارسة. يعني, right, والتعامل مع التعاطي اللغة كما يستعملها مستعمليها. Yes. Okay, we have here, but there are some general rules. ولكن هناك بعض الأمور ممكن يعني, right, some frequent rules. بعض الأمور عامة. For instance, we got right, sometimes when we add I am, for instance, sometimes we may add I am mostly for adjectives that begin with M, right? That begin with M or P, just like mature, ناضج, mature, غنضيفوا لها the prefix غتولي immature, and it indicates the opposite, right? وتفيد العكس هنا, right? Polite, a word that begins with P, so say impolite, يعني impoli, right? Yes, غير مؤدب. Polite, great مؤدب. Impolite, great غير مؤدب, great. IR, the prefix. This prefix is added mostly for adjectives that begin with R, just like responsible, مسؤول, responsible, right? Responsible. The opposite we say irresponsible. Regular, irregular. Now IL, again, this is
prefix that we add to indicate the opposite of an adjective. And basically for adjectives that begin with L, we got literate, يعني مثقف قارئ. illiterate أمي ليس بقارئ ولا تعلم الكتاب. Right. illiterate. legal قانوني شرعي. illegal غير قانوني. As we say illegal immigration الهجرة غير القانونية والسرية. Right. illegal immigration. Now, so however there are, as I said, no rules. ولكن ليس هنالك قواعد. Right. Some basically for UN, right, كلمات بحال اللي كنضيفوا لهم UN ما فيش قواعد. Right. Okay. فقط نتعلموا. Right. IN, right. DIS, right. واخا هادو شي شويه اللي فيهم اللي كنضيفوا اللي هم هذا البريفكس this prefix. Mostly again there are many cases. هنالك حالات كثيره فاش كنضيفوا DIS الكلمات اللي كتبدا ب S like similar متشابه غير متشابه وشيء we say dissimilar. Right. Respectful محترم. Respectful. Disrespectful غير محترم. Right. Okay. So again here we have R. Yeah. No. Right. Sometimes S. You know the words begin with S or R. But there is no general. There are no rules to over generalize here. Right. Well, here we go. Now let's see. You know the first group of words or adjectives here, Othmane, and see which we are going to use UN or IN or IM or IL or IR or DIS. All right, we're going to use the right one here to the adjectives here in order to indicate the opposite. الغاية هنا هو أن نفيد العكس عكس الكلمة. All right, which of course this is not the الحالة هذه is not I mean هذا المعنى opposite is not necessarily the purpose of adding prefix. Prefix may have more you know other uses on the other meanings. Now we have your number one, safe. So which suffix do you think which prefix or rather do you think is appropriate?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. Very good. Yes, unsafe. You notice means safe?
No.
Safe, it means there is no harm, there is no danger. All right, we say yeah, right, no harm, no danger. Right. Okay, but you know Morocco, right, some you know is a safe, secure, right, or safe country. Right. Anyway, right, some people say that the plane, right, is a safe means of transportation. I mean, there are very, very few air crashes that take place, let's say, on air. But road accidents are higher, right? Okay, the cars, are insecure. They are unsafe because the number, right, of accidents taking place on the road and that are caused by cars, right, are considerably high. Well, number two, respectful.
Unrespectful. Irrespectful.
No, really, right? If you remember, I have given you this example, right? Few minutes ago.
Irrespectful.
Disrespectful, right? أعطيته هذا المثال قبيل قليل. Respectful محترم, disrespectful غير محترم. Okay. Now fit. To fit. This is
unfit.
يتلائم to fit. Great. This my hands great fit on my finger.
Unfit.
Unfit. Great. Yes, good. Fit and fit. Great. Okay, next we have irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Great. Irrelevant. You know what's mean relevant here?
No.
If I assign you a writing task, I told you, Othmane, please, when you go home, you write about pollution, write about the causes of pollution, but when you come back, right, when you handed me your paper, I read your piece of writing and you are talking about maybe road accidents. I told you, hey, Othmane, right, your writing is irrelevant. I told you to talk about pollution, but you're talking about something different. Your writing is... So irrelevant, يعني right, it's beside the point يعني خارج عن الموضوع right? لا علاقة له بكذا right? relevant يعني عنده علاقة right? Yeah, this my writing is relevant. I mean it's to the point right? Okay. Well, number 5, logical. منطقي, logical. What do you think is the opposite here? It begins with L.
Illogical.
Oh, yes, great. Just like illegal, great. Yeah. Logical, illogical. Okay, good job. Great. Next, we have your curable.
Incurable.
What is it?
Incurable.
Curable. Very good. Yeah, incurable. Excellent. Great. Curable, incurable. Good job. Great. Very nice. Good. Okay. So next one is great. Resistible. Irresistible.
Irresistible. Irresistible.
Okay, great. Yeah, great. That sounds good. Good. We say here irresistible. Well, what does it mean curable first? Because we need to understand the meaning of both the word and its opposite. Curable first. Curable.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. So you have your curable. I mean, when you find here able, it means it can be right here. Curable, it means it can be cured, right? You know what it means to be cured, to be treated. We say coronavirus is curable. I mean, it can be cured, right? We can find a medicine for it and then treat, let's say, the disease, okay? But VIH, for instance, VIH, right, is incurable. I mean, there is, till right now, there is no medicine, there is no treatment. ليس هنالك علاج غير قابل للعلاج. غير قابل للعلاج, we say incurable. قابل للعلاج, we say it's curable, right? And here there is a very common proverb in English. هنالك مثل in English مشهور that says prevention الوقاية إيش, right, is better than cure, right? خير من العلاج. So you got here cure. حاجة قابلة للعلاج we say curable. غير قابلة للعلاج we say incurable. Okay, resistible, you say irresistible. Very good, yes. What does mean resistible, irresistible?
Is someone resistible is resistant and can support.
Okay, great. Yeah, resistible, قادر على المقاومة, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Irresistible, لا نستطيع مقاومته, right? Okay. Irresistible. And it can be used in a metaphoric meaning, right? Okay. ممكن نستعمله بطريقة مجازية, right? We say the beauty of for instance أصيلة, the beauty of أصيلة is irresistible. جمال أصيلة لا يقاوم, right? Okay, irresistible. Okay, now let's see secure. يعني آمن, sécurisé, secure.
Insecure.
Not insecure, guys. Insecure, very good, yeah, right, insecure. Great job, guys, insecure. Well, kind.
Is kind.
Not this kind, it's very simple. Just like the first one here. Say
Unkind.
unkind, yes. Unkind, غير لطيف, right? See, this person is very kind. It means it's very, very nice, okay? Unkind, it means it's nasty. Unkind here, another word to use, right? يعني سيء المعاملة. Oh my gosh, right? My mouth is not that great. Well, excuse me. I need a mouse that's... All right. Well, yes. So here we go. So I said unkind, another word. We can use is nasty. All right. We say this person, all right, my friend, we'll say, well, this person or this boy is nasty to his friends. يعني سيء المعاملة مع أصدقائه, right? Nasty, right? Or rather than great than good. So you should be kind, great man. Right, you see a student here, right? Well, that's very nice, yes. Next we have satisfied. Remember here again, it begins with S, satisfied.
Unsatisfied.
Not really. Unsatisfied ممكن تلقاها في الانترنت guys تستعمل ولكن نادرا. But the one that you know is basically used is dissatisfied, okay? Dissatisfied. Here we go. Excuse me, we got dissatisfied يعني غير راضي, right? Okay. I'm satisfied, it means I'm very happy with something, right? Yes. Dissatisfied, it means I'm not, you know, right, satisfied. Well, number 11, comfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Very
Uncomfortable.
comfortable, yes. Very simply, and comfortable. You know what does comfortable mean?
Yeah, relaxed.
Okay, relaxing, very good, yes. We say this chair is comfortable, but the other one over here, over there, right, is uncomfortable. It's not relaxing, right? Well, patience.
Impatient.
Not really. Not UN. Remember, this is a word beginning with P.
Impatient.
Okay, just like
Yeah,
polite. Okay.
yeah, I asked it.
Oh, that's what you said. I thought you said
Yeah.
okay, so it's
No, in.
yeah, very good. Impatient, very nice. You know what does impatience mean? You know what does patience first mean?
Is someone patient is someone can
Yeah,
can
can bear. Can bear
huh?
all time, can wait, right?
Yeah, can wait, but impatience is
Oh, yeah.
someone who want to go.
Exactly, very good. Impatient is me, he can't wait, right? Okay, so we should be patient, right? Okay, not impatient, right? Okay, so literate, يعني شخص educated, someone who is educated, great.
Illiterate.
Read and write, great. Yeah, illiterate, great. So we got L,
Yeah.
let's say illiterate.
Double E.
Yeah, very good, yeah. And the word, the noun, le nom, c'est illiteracy, great. illiteracy c'est ça le nom يعني الأمية right ليس بقارئ ولا تعلم الكتاب right responsible
Irresponsible.
irresponsible we said that before right irresponsible good job and now legal
Illegal.
illegal
Illegal.
oh yeah words beginning with L we say illegal right yes. Here we go. We got organized, منظم, organized.
Disorganized.
Disorganized, very good. Yes, disorganized يعني مبعثر غير منظم. Yes, disorganized. Convenience, ملائم.
Inconvenient.
Inconvenience, great. ملائم, great. Okay. ملائم غير ملائم, inconvenience, great. Okay, so that's it. Lucky.
Unlucky.
Unlucky, very good. Yes. Unlucky غير محظوظ, great. Okay, mature.
Immature.
Immature, it begins with M, mostly we add IM, right? We say immature, غير ناضج, right? You're an immature person, right? Yes. Pleasant. Very
Unpleasant.
what is that? What do we add at the beginning?
EN.
Not really, right? Not really. Not like, it's not a rule that can be generalized, right? هذا لا يمكن تعميمه إن كنا قلنا بأنه يعني في القاعدة العامة هكذا, right? But here we say very simply unpleasant, right? Okay, unpleasant. Okay, this is I say again, it's not you know a common. I mean, it's not a rule that can be generalized, guys. ليس قاعدة يمكن تعميمها دائما. There are exceptions, very few exceptions in a way. Important.
Unimportant.
Unimportant هذه عادية. It's very simple. Good. Limited.
Illimited.
What is it?
Illimited.
Illimited, great. Or unlimited. Unlimited, great. Okay, we don't see illimited, great. هذه عاوزة خرق للقاعدة مرة أخرى. قلنا ليس بقاعدة عامة أي حاجة ديما بدات L راه ماشي توجور غنضيفو, great. You know L. EIL. So here we add UN, right? Unlimited, right? There are unlimited opportunities, job opportunities, for instance, in the West, right? In Europe and America, there are unlimited يعني فرص شغل غير محدودة, unlimited, right? Or this version of the software, هذه النسخة من اللوجيسيال of the software is unlimited, يعني right? غير محدودة. There are no restrictions, right? Good, or limitations. Similar, مشابه.
Unsimilar.
Not really. What did I say? I have given you an example of this before. Say did. Dissimilar.
Dissimilar.
Oh yes, j'ai déjà donné this example, right? Dissimilar يعني غير متشابه, right? Dissimilar interests, dissimilar objectives, right? Okay, so honest.
Honest.
Not really.
Dishonest.
Yes, dishonest. يعني غير صادق, right? Honest, right? يعني صادق. Dishonest, right? It means someone who is not telling the truth, right? Or is not honest at all. Rational, which means logical, منطقي, rational.
Irrational.
Irrational, again, begins with R, mostly we add IR. We say irrational, غير منطقي, right? Efficient.
Inefficient.
Inefficient, great, yes. Inefficient, غير فعال, great. Inefficient, great. Polite.
Impolite.
We have already seen it, right? Impolite. Accessible.
Inaccessible.
What does it mean, inaccessible?
Is you can't access to this place.
Yeah, okay. Or sometimes it may be a place, certain place.
Or web. This web is inaccessible. Is you can't.
Yeah, right. Sometimes
Access.
Yeah, sometimes you try to access a certain website, you type in the
Yeah.
URL address, but you get a page which is maybe an error, right? 404, right? 404. It's an error, you know, that says that the server is inaccessible or your account is inaccessible, the page is not reachable and so on, right? So go and try again later, right? Next we have grateful.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful, right? Very simple one, right? We say ungrateful. You know what does grateful to be grateful to someone?
Great.
I'm grateful to you. What does that mean when I say that? I'm so.
Is gratulate.
What is it?
Gratulate.
What is that? Can you explain? Elaborate more.
Is when someone do something good or special,
yeah, when someone does a favor to you, right? He does a good favor for you, so you say, okay, thank you very much, I'm so grateful to you, right? Someone helped you or whatever, so we say, I am so grateful to you. Ungrateful, that's the opposite, right? Reliable.
irreliable.
Not really. I think it's a very simple one. Unreliable, I think, right? Yeah, unreliable. You add UN. What does mean reliable?
Reliable. I don't know.
iPhone is a reliable mobile phone. The Mac computer is a reliable mobile phone. I mean, it's something, it's a product that you can rely on, right? I mean, you know, it's a high quality product, right? It's reliable, right? I mean, you can rely on it, you can depend on it, right? يعتمد عليه. Reliable يعتمد عليه. Unreliable يعني don't trust it, right? لا تثق به, right? لا يصح الاعتماد عليه, right? Some websites that you want, for instance, in which you can shop, just like if we take the example of Amazon or eBay, we say it's a reliable website. يعني موقع reliable. علاش؟ لأنه, right? You know, it's well secure and so on, right? And mostly the service is of high quality يعني والخدمة أيضا تكون ذات جودة عالية. نقول this website is reliable يعني راه مأمن راه معروف ما عندك مناش تخاف ممكن تشتري منه. But some websites which are not so known بعض المواقع اللي stores that are not very known web stores اللي ما معروفينش وكذا وماشي سيكوريزي ماشي ما فيهمش ديك السيرتيفيكات دو سيكوريتي في alors so we say it's unreliable, right? I advise you don't, right, shop, let's say on that web store, right? Because you might be hacked, right? Okay, now that we have introduced right now, Othmane, some of the examples of adjectives and their opposites, let us start with some practice so that we can, let's say, remember and you know, engrave these words in our heart very well, in our memory too. Number one, we got my grandma or my grandmother has never been to school. She is
illiterate.
Oh yeah, very good. She is illiterate, right? يعني هي أمية, right? She has never been to school. She doesn't know how to read or write. But today's illiteracy is quite different, right? We got digital illiteracy again, okay? هناك أمية رقمية. As someone who doesn't know anything about internet, about the use of and the management of one's computer, whatever, right? Number two, it is to make copies of DVDs for commercial purposes.
Irreliable.
What is it? Reliable?
Irreliable.
Not really. It's not the question of reliability here. To make copies of DVDs. Imagine someone, maybe an artist.
Illegal.
Illegal, right? Okay, you don't have the, you know, you don't have the right to do that because, you know, the product is copyrighted. Copyrighted يعني عنده حقوق محفوظة للمؤلف أو للناشر, right? So you don't, it's illegal. It is illegal to do that, right? You can't, right? You can't, I mean, go and just make copies at home, right? Using your DVD burner or whatever, right? 3, you missed the points. You missed the points. Your answer to the question is, say the teacher to a student.
Incorrect.
Incorrect, صحيحة. ولكننا مطلوب منا أن نأخذ من هذه اللائحة, right? Okay. Your answer is incorrect. أو هي خارج الموضوع. لا, جوابك ليس له علاقة بالموضوع, right? It's beside the point. You missed the point.
Irreliable.
أخطأت الموضوع. Yes, great. It's
irrelevant.
Good job. Yeah, it's irrelevant. Great. Irrelevant. Okay, let's move to number 4. Many people think that today's youth are, and well, number 1, they don't think of the consequences of their acts, and they are sometimes rude. Okay, so these are 2 adjectives that we need to use here. So number 1 has to do with this explanation. They don't think of the consequences of their acts. They don't care about the result of what they are going to do, whether it's going to be bad or something maybe catastrophic is going to happen, right? If they do that and so on. So what do you think is
uncomfortable?
What is it?
Uncomfortable.
Not really. شخص لا يفكر في عواقب سلوكه. ما مسواقش قاعد رايت كيدير واحد العمل ما كيعرفش.
Irresponsible and immature.
Irresponsible. Very good. Yes. غير مسؤول.
And immature.
Let's finish with this first. Irresponsible, غير مسؤول. Very nice. Now here and. Okay, so
immature.
Sometimes rude. Not really. يعني they are sometimes rude. You know what it means to be rude? To be rude أن تكون فظا خشن المعاملة. Right? فظ في المعاملة. Right? وعكسها تكون لطيف وحسن المعاملة. Right? So what do you think here is the opposite? Or maybe the right word? Synonym.
Mm,
So they are not kind, right? That's what he wants to say here, right? He wants to say that they are so rude. To be rude, it means it's the opposite of being kind, right? Yeah, على خلاف right, being kind. It's the opposite. So here it's gonna be unkind. Okay? Unkind. Unkind غير لطيف يعني right, it means rude. Rude or Creole, right? Also we say Creole. قاسي المعاملة, right? Okay, good. Well, number 5, riding a motorcycle without a helmet is not only, but you'll also maybe fined for it. When you ride a motorcycle, right, without a helmet, you know what I mean, a helmet, the casque, right? Okay, so this is not only what, but you also may be fined for it.
mm, I don't.
Okay, it's a here unsafe, right? Okay, riding a motorcycle without a helmet is not only unsafe, ماشي فقط ما غير آمن حاجة أمر غير آمن, but you also may be fined for it. Okay, unsafe here. Sorry about that, right? But you also may be fined for it. What does it mean to be fined? What does it mean a fine? Fine here is not an adjective. It doesn't mean I am fine, thank you. Right? No, to be fined. If you drive more than 60 kilometers inside the city, you will be fined if the police, notice.
You will have punishment.
Yeah, it means you will go exactly. Will have to pay some money, right?
Yeah.
Or to pay tickets, right? ادفع غرامة. إذا غرامة fine ولا كنقول also كنقول ticket, right? You will pay tickets, right? It means you will be fined, right? ستغرم يعني تدفع الغرامة, right? Yes, good. Well, next number 6 here. You were too hard on him. يعني كنت قاسيا معه, right? It means too rude, again, to go back to rude, okay? It was of you to treat him the way you did.
It was. I don't know.
It was so hard on him. It was of you to treat him the way you did, guys. Okay, how did the person treated the other one?
Treated rude and
Right? Okay, so it was
unkind.
unkind of you. لم يكن لطفا منك. It was unkind of you to treat him the way you did. All right? لو شخص if someone unkind, right? It was kind. Is it kind of you the way you did? You see, you treated him in such a hard way. You were so hard. It means rude, قاسي, cruel, right? So that's unkind of you. هذا ليس لطفا منك. عكس, right? The opposite, right? If someone did a good job to me, did a favor to me, right? وشخص معين أسدى لي خدمة أو أعطاني وردة أو كذا, or I say, that's kind of you. كان أقول هذا لطف منك. كان جاوبوا لي thank you, that's kind of you, هذا لطف منك. ولكن شخص معين عامل شخص آخر معاملة سيئة, أقول له that's not what you did is not good. That's unkind of you, right? هذه معاملة سيئة منك, غير لطيفة, right? Okay. Number 7, I often feel in a place where there are people smoking. How do you feel?
Uncomfortable.
Very good. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. So I feel uncomfortable. Uncomfortable in a place where, especially when people you know, guys, are smoking in a public space. Well, in a place where, and then number 8, Mr. Johnson is a very demanding manager. Very demanding manager is, I mean, is a manager, a boss who always tells you to do this and do this and do this. That's not it. You got to do this again, and also is never satisfied, you know, never satisfied, right, with what you do. He is often what? With the employees' work. Employees' work. Employees is everybody.
Impatient.
Not really impatient, but he is often with their work, the work of the employees. When the employees are,
Unsatisfied.
oh yeah, very good. So we don't say unsatisfied here. What do we say?
No, you ask it.
We say dissatisfied, right?
Dissatisfied.
Oh yes, great. Dissatisfied. ديما ما راضيش بالخدمة ديال الخدام، رايت. الحاجة اللي داروها يقول له لا لا ماشي هكاك، خصك دير هادي وكذا وكذا هادي عاود. All right, number 9. The student sitting next to me is he is always cheating in exams. All right.
Is
Someone.
irritable.
Not really.
Impolite.
Not really. Cheating. Someone is cheating. It means to a certain extent, or in a different way. It means he doesn't say the truth. It doesn't, you know, it's not someone who is doing a good thing. It's cheating, right? Okay, so it's the same like someone who is lying. هاش واحد كيكذب على راسه, right? So is this honest, right? إنسان غير صادق. يغش غير صادق, right? Right? لا يتعامل بالمعقول. Yes, dishonest, right? Okay. Good job, right? The last one here, and we are going to stop here. My brother hates standing in queues. Queues here, great, means طوابير الإنتظار. Okay?
Yes.
He is a very person.
Impatient person.
Impatient, yes, right. كيجي صافي واحد شي شويه كيطلع عليه الدم كيمشي كيخلي النوبه من ناقص كاع لا يخلص هاد الضو هذا. But things الحمد لله right has improved. الان الامور تحسنت. شحال هذه سنوات ما عمرني خلصت الضو في على مثلا ابليكاسيون في الانترنت
كل شيء اونلاين.
كل شيء دابا واخا هاد لي بونك الله يسمح لهم كيقطعوا بعض اللي في اللي هي البعض يقول انها غير قانونيه right. واحد 3 دراهم بعدا كيقطعوها من العمليه الا بغيت تخلص الضوء ولا تخلص الماء. سي بيان فيري جود. ان شاء الله الحصه الجايه غنتعرفوا على المعاني ديال لا ماجوريتي ديال البريفكسز. هذا جدول مهم جدا جدا غيخليك تبقى تكون وتصاوب الكلمات right غير من عندك اكثر right. Well, I'm gonna give you just two words to give an example because you need to speak before right to produce something before we leave right. Let's take the word illegal. Can you use it in a sentence? Illegal.
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 This person sell illegal things.
Sends illegal things.
Sell.
You say sends?
Sell.
Oh yeah, sells illegal products. Let's say illegal products, right? Products that right, that are illegal anyway, right? Or that are used for that are maybe he got those products from an illegal source and so on, right? And then he's trying to marketize, right, those products in a certain way, in an illegal way in particular. Okay, that's it for today. Great, Othmane, if you don't have any question, I will take pause before I continue with another student. Great. Okay. All the best and see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.